Hope you're having an amazing day. It's Mark Wiens. I'm in Jerusalem, and today I'm gonna take you on the ultimate food tour of Jerusalem. I'm gonna meet up with my friend David, who is the hungry tourist. He's an amazing food lover, and we're also gonna meet up with one of his friends whose name is Rafram, and he knows Jerusalem, especially the food, like the back of his hand. So we're gonna take you on the ultimate Jerusalem food tour.
My name is Rafram Haddad. I was born in Tunisia. I live in Tunisia, but I grew up here in Jerusalem, and I know about food, about culture.
And David, the hungry tourist.
Yeah, he just travels for food and people, because food without people is nothing.
Okay, so actually we're on the outside of the old city right now, and we're stopping to eat our first meal in Jerusalem.
ثلاثة محاب؟ أيوة. هذول خشوا فينا خشة جاب ده حاجة. الحمد لله رب العالمين. صلاة والسلام. معفول ده. معفول. كل حاله عنده. كل حاله يا. بوس. وين؟ هذا لمين هذا؟ هذا هي مع قاعد مع مرته بده 3 سندويشات والفول هذا وهذا الفول اللي بعمله
So what's the name of this place?
Aikar Maui.
Aikar Maui.
Yeah, the origin of this place is from a village called Ben Karen, which was a Christian village,
Okay.
outskirts of Jerusalem.
Wow.
And during 48, of course, they were deported, and the family moved to Hebron area, and they opened this place.
We're starting off this Jerusalem food tour with some legendary hummus. And oh, I cannot wait to dig into this. He whipped up that hummus and then he put it into the bowl. He added some chickpeas on top. He added some olive oil. First bite of the hummus. Oh, it looks amazing. You can see how like whipped that texture. Look at that texture. How fluffy it looks. Oh, that's a sizable first bite. Oh, wow. Hummus is a relatively simple ingredient dish, but where you really notice the differences are the different textures and the different ratios of the ingredients. That is one of the fluffiest. It's not like silky smooth. You can actually taste the texture, feel the texture of the chickpeas in there. And then even though you see a pool of olive oil, it doesn't feel oily at all. That hummus is absolutely awesome. And that pepper is wonderful. Oh yeah. That heat starts to build. That kind of heat that sort of goes up your nose a little bit. I love it. It's wonderful. That has to be the best hummus I've ever had.
No, but this is actually one of the best in the world, yeah.
Okay, I'm going in for an onion next.
Yeah.
And onions are the perfect scoop. You can get a lot of hummus in a wedge of onion like this. The onion is very mild, a little bit sweet, and just loaded with that hearty hummus. Basically anything that you dip in that hummus will be amazing. They have a separate bowl full of like a sour chili sauce to add to your hummus as well. That chili is spicy though. That hummus was absolutely insane. The texture, I've never tasted hummus so fluffy in my entire life, and you know it was fluffy because how he whipped that up. That was just insanely good. It's a lot of bread. Almond will be great. We're stopping next for a quick almond beverage. Look at how foamy, frothy this is. Oh yeah, that's very almondy and quite sweet. It has that kind of like almond jelly taste to it. That's refreshing. We're moving on now to a deli shop that has cheese and all sorts of interesting things. We're at this very small shop in Jerusalem now, and they are known for having some of the best products.
Try this.
Is it
Focus.
fakus? Wow.
So fresh, huh?
Oh, it's so...
And crispy.
It has like a fuzzy outside edge. More kind of juicy than a regular cucumber.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Wow, it's great. It's so good, yeah.
Very rare to find.
Wow.
Just this. If you want to eating, look. We're eating the inside and you
Oh, it has a little shell. Okay.
test this.
Wow, thank you very much. You grab one of these. So you take off the little outside shell.
Very, very good. Tomorrow and after tomorrow, it's great.
Oh, it's almost like a soybean.
You can put
A little bit
salt,
drier.
salt and lime. So, it's very nice.
So this is like a snack.
Yeah.
The owner at that shop is so nice. We just spent 15 minutes just like sampling all of his fresh ingredients, and then he gave me a little bag of za'atar, which is a thyme blend with sesame seeds in it to take home. So that's really kind of him. What an amazing fresh produce shop that is. And right down the street is the next restaurant that we're coming to.
بندوره وطحينه وشويه بصل.
Yes. ماشي. خلاص.
The bread here, it's very, very unique to Jerusalem.
Okay.
I'll show you.
It's unique to Jerusalem.
Yeah, it's very thin, very thin. They are the only people in the area that's using this bread. It's thin bread, which is actually, you eat it and you don't feel hunger, you know? You don't feel heavy, this bread, because it's like a paper.
Yeah.
And it's amazing bread. They make it on a sage, you know, like upside down pan. And it's amazingly, like one of the best shawarma you can have. I will take a bite, because I need to.
There's some cucumbers in here, some tomatoes, some onions, and then he added in some sauces. This looks incredibly good. I'm gonna grab a bite over there where the meat is the thickest. Oh, that's incredible. Oh, the tahini in there. You can taste that nuttiness. And the beef almost has like a salted, almost like a jerky taste to it. The bread is almost tortilla. This is almost like a burrito. Absolutely amazing. What I really liked about it was that bread. It really was like a tortilla. It wasn't like the thick bread, so it was kind of light and yeah, it doesn't make you too bloated. That meat inside was delicious, and then the combination of those cucumbers. Oh, food is amazing, and people are so nice here. We are now walking to the old city of Jerusalem. Wow, this is absolutely incredible. The ancientness, the history here, it's amazing. Okay, we are in Old Jerusalem now. Oh, and greeted by some bread and vegetables. I already love it. It's so ancient. Just look at this walkway, and then you walk through here. You can smell the aroma of coffee. You can smell freshly baked bread. Oh man, this is amazing. And look at this alley and this staircase. It's so incredibly good that we have Rafram with us today, who's guiding us through the ancient city of Jerusalem, because there's so many little hidden passageways and alleys. Look at this place we're walking down right now. What's your name?
Amir.
Amir, nice to meet you. Do you also vlog?
Yeah.
You do? Oh, okay. Mark, M-A-R-K, Wiens, W-I-E-N-S.
Bye, Amir.
Bye.
See you, man. We just walked down this flight of stairs through some like narrow passageways and alleys and straight to a kebab restaurant.
He's starting everything for us now. He's lighting the fire.
Oh, he's lighting the fire for us?
We have first customers, so he's doing
First
everything
customers
from
of the
scratch.
day. Whoa, it even
Look at
has
this room. This room is thousands of
feels
years old.
Yeah, it has like a cave. You actually, because it's hot outside, but it's stone in here. You can feel the coolness.
Yeah.
Oh, is there an AC?
هذا زمان
Like this. Asked him if the hummus is good. He asked me to taste it.
He is about to start making kebabs, and you can see he has a fresh bowl of hummus, which he ground by hand. And yeah, they're just opening up for the day today, so he's making the food for the first time and lighting up the grill right
Sure,
now.
it's not. Green oil.
And is this lamb?
It's,
علوش ولا بقرة؟ هذا بقرة ولا علوشة؟
ايه
علوش ولا بقرة؟
مسكر هذا
هذا بقرة ولا؟
شكلين
It's a mix of
Lamb and beef?
lamb and beef.
Oh, okay.
All right, look.
Oh, wow. He's been making the most awesome handmade kebabs that I've ever seen in my life. He mixed up that meat, then he chopped it up with a giant sword. He added all the spices, and then he put them onto skewers along with onion and tomato. I can't wait till that meat hits the fire. That is gonna be one of the world's greatest aromas, I can already guarantee. He's busting out the sword again.
Sword is coming.
Oh,
The
yes.
salad. Same sword cut our meat before. He's gonna make a salad. Now look at this food processor. Look at this beauty.
There's absolutely no better way to make a salad than with a giant machete. I'm not gonna say you have to make salad this way at home, but that is the next level of chopping up a salad.
This guy is a chocolate.
He just rocks that sword back and forth, and literally in just minutes, he's gone from a coarse chopped vegetables to a really fine mince of tomato and cucumber and all that parsley in there. This place is... Just straight up sesame. Sesame.
No need oil. It's like a cream with a salad inside. Abusak.
Oh, taste test. Oh, thank you. Oh, that is the most insane salad I've ever had in my life. Oh, wow. It's so creamy. Oh, that's almost undescribable. It's, you can taste the sesame seeds, the creaminess, the nuttiness. That parsley comes in really nicely. It's almost foamy. Oh, that's amazing. He's a beautiful man.
He's a beautiful man.
that meat is sizzling away, and every now and then when a little driplet of oil, of grease falls down into the coals, you get that smoky aroma of the meat. I'm at that kind of like state of mind where I can hardly wait, and I'm the anxiety, the food anxiety is hitting me strongly right now. The wait is over. The meat is ready. He dished us out some hummus and then some of the salad that we saw him prepare. He actually bought the bread across the street from the baker. Oh, that meat just looks insane. Little meatball shapes and little one-biters. You can actually see all of that parsley within it as well, and how it's caramelized. The meat has caramelized on the edges where it was grilled. Oh, that is just wondrous. Oh, the meat just collapses in your mouth. You can taste onions in there, and what it really focuses on is that slow grill over the fire, giving it that wonderful, smoky, greasy, like umami flavor.
Oh my god.
That's insane. Oh wow. Next level. This is the type of restaurant that you should travel around the world just to eat at. This is some pickled turnip. Okay.
It's Iraqi in origin.
Really juicy. Amazing. Let me get one more forkful of that salad, and you can just see how thick and rich that is from the sesame seed paste, the tahini. The vegetables are so light, and then he's made it into a sauce that's just wrapped it all together. It's a little bit like tasty and nutty and so fragrant. Okay, next I'm gonna try some of this hummus. And this is like a totally different looking hummus from what we had earlier this morning. And you can see that this hummus looks a little more smooth than the hummus we ate in the morning. I'm just from looking at it.
It's ground
and
by
then
hand.
it's all ground by hand. Oh yeah. Wow.
It's amazing hummus.
And definitely it's more thick and a little more sticky
Yeah.
than the hummus we had in the morning.
It's only
Totally
hummus,
different.
Basically.
That salad is award-winning.
Baghdad. It's from my city. My parents.
That was special. That is an experience of a lifetime right there. It would have been impossible
Nobody
to find
but
this
by
place.
Rafram can find these places.
Oh, that is a restaurant where it really is a privilege to eat at a restaurant like that, and a huge thank you to Rafram for taking us there. Next up, we walked over to a place called Zalatimo Sweets, and this is another ancient, generations-old sweets shop, but he only makes one thing.
Mutabak is the Zalatimo is
Zalatimo family.
Zalatimo family.
Zalatimo family.
So it's called Zalatimo Sweets.
Zalatimo.
So he really slaps out the dough until it's paper thin, and then he folds it over, and then he adds in some cheese, and I think he has another couple of variations as well, and then he folds it up, he bakes it, puts on a little bit of olive oil, and it's really amazing to watch him make this art. His family has been here for over 200 years making the same dessert. 200 years. And ours should be coming out of the oven very quickly, but starting with a cup of coffee. Oh yeah. I love that cardamom in there. I love it.
welcome nuts.
We got two different versions, one with nuts and one with cheese. And you can just see that paper thin dough, and then he bakes it, and then he tops it with some kind of syrup or honey, and then dusted in powdered sugar. Oh, this one's cheese.
Listen to it.
Look at that crispy, crispy dough. Oh, it's so thin. Wow. The dough is so thin, almost like baklava, and crispy. But then you have the contrast of the salty cheese with the sweet honey topping, that crispy dough. It is sensational.
Listen to it. It's crunch.
It's so crispy. Okay, and the next one, this one is nuts. But I'm like really impressed how delicate and how like subtle contrasting the flavors are together. It's really, really impressively good. If you look on the inside of this one, oh yeah, you can see, I think it was mostly like crushed up walnuts that he added in here. Listen to that crunch.
Listen.
That is amazing. Look, I'm not a huge lover of sweets, but this is perfect. After 200 years, they know exactly what they're doing. It has that beautiful mix between crunchy and gooey. The nut one is good, but I think the cheese wins.
Cheese wins big time.
Yeah. Thank you very much. That was amazing. That was amazing. Wow, that was just impressively good. So good, so delicate, so refined. What another gem in Jerusalem. This entire old city of Jerusalem is just a maze of alleys and ancient lanes. It's a whole bazaar. You have modern shops selling all sorts of footwear and clothing and kitchenware, and then there are restaurants mixed within here. You could just get lost and just explore these alleys. If you just keep your eyes open walking around the old streets of Jerusalem, you'll just see just incredible things and just admire the history of the city. And if you keep your nose open, you'll get whiffs of coffee, you'll smell the za'atar, you'll smell the different spices as you're walking through this alley. It's just an overdose of all things that you can see and smell and hear. We are walking back out towards the Damascus Gate, and we're gonna now drive somewhere to eat another lunch. What's up, man? How are you? What's your name?
تمام
Tem. Nice to meet you.
حبيبنا
Nice to meet you. Habibi.
זה גם שלך? תערבבי לנו. לא בא לי, תודה רבה.
We're stopping just to buy some fruit right at the entrance, right at Damascus Gate. And she gave me a sample before we buy.
לא, that's right.
Oh, that's so juicy and sweet and sour. That's incredible.
كل كل
Pita peach, okay.
Pita, they look like a
كل
pita.
كل منا كل خد لك كيلو يلا 1 كيلو
بأسرع.
That's delicious too. It's not too sweet. Kind of a little bit starchy. Getting a kilo of this too.
اثنين خذ
Thank you. We're leaving out of the Damascus Gate. And so Jerusalem is a walled-in city. Old Jerusalem is a walled-in city. And so the different gates are named for the roads that went to the different cities. So this gate actually leads to Nablus in Palestine, and then also on to Damascus.